Welcome back. Today we're replacing the front brake discs and pads on my BMW. Stay with me. First we need to remove the brake disc retaining bolt, which is this one here. It's a 6mm Allen. If you've got a friend to help you out, then he can step on the brakes to prevent the brake disc from turning. If you're doing this on your own, an easy way is to put in 2 lug bolts. And then take a pry bar, put it between the 2 lug bolts, and then you can hold the brake disc. And with the 6mm Allen, you can undo it. We can remove the 2 lug bolts now. Next we need to remove this spring here, which prevents the brakes from rattling. There are 2 bolts in the back of the brake caliper which need to come out. There's one here and one here. I can't get the camera in there, but I'll put some photos up so you can see what I'm talking about. Once these 2 bolts come out, the brake caliper should easily slide off. There's one. And there's the other one. There we are. Next, we need to remove the 2 bolts that mount the brake caliper brackets onto the wheel hub. We can go ahead and remove the brake disc now. What I'm going to do, I'll put in a lug bolt, just to make sure I don't get hit in the face by the brake disc. Get a hammer. I'm not going to reuse this disc, so I don't really care about it too much. I've cleaned the wheel hub with some sandpaper, got rid of all the dust. It's quite important to have a perfectly flat surface so your brake disc sits flush against the wheel hub. So let's go ahead and mount the brake disc. And we can insert the retaining bolt. I think the torque spec for this bolt is 20 Newton meters. Click! I'll just do it up by hand. So that's the brake disc on. Needless to say, we need to clean the brake disc with brake cleaner to get rid of the grease they put on in the factory to prevent the brake disc from corrosion. Once you've got the brake disc mounted, we can remove the old brake pads from the caliper. I've tied it up here, because I don't want to leave it hanging to introduce unnecessary stress onto the brake hoses. But it's very easy to remove the old brake pads. It should just come out. There we go. What I've done here is I've cleaned off the brake caliper, well, somewhat. And what we need to do next is to retract the piston. Before we do that, we need to make sure that we remove brake fluid from the brake reservoir in case it's on the maximum level, because when we push the piston back, there's obviously brake fluid here, and that fluid needs to go somewhere. And when we push it back, it will go back into the reservoir, and if the reservoir is full, it will overflow and it will go all over our paintwork, and we're not going to have a good day. So I've already done that, and now I can go ahead and push the piston back in. The reason we need to do this is to allow clearance for the new brake pads, because the new ones are obviously thicker than the old ones. The torque setting for the brake caliper mounting bracket is 110 Newton meters. Now we can install the brake caliper, which should be pretty straightforward. Put the bolts back in. The torque setting for the brake caliper guide pins is 35 Newton meters. Now we can install the anti-rattle spring, and that's it. That's all I got for today. I think that was easy, wasn't it? I think it was. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos like this. Take care, and I'll see you in a bit. Down the road.